Instead of having heavy cereals and breads in the morning, a beautiful, delicious, light omelette is a great way to start the day and gives you plenty of protein to see you through the morning. I like to use either organic or free-range eggs, but some nice fresh eggs are always best, and a bit of butter, and what's most important of all is a good omelette pan. Now, an omelette pan, to be a good omelette pan, should be non-stick. It should be about 8 inches across or 16 centimeters, and more importantly, it needs to have this really nice long handle, and preferably if you can have a nice thick base on the pan as well. I'm going to use the biggest burner on the stove here, the one that gives the most heat, because we're going to need a really hot pan to make this omelette work. Now, while that pan's heating up, I'm just going to chop up a little bit of parsley, and that parsley makes a beautiful garnish, and you can actually add it to the mix to just give a little bit of flavour, a little additional flavour to the omelette. But this one I'm going to make without the parsley, just so I can demonstrate the technique essentially. But basically the technique's the same. Now, with your eggs, nice fresh eggs. Don't worry about if you get a little bit of shell in the egg, because that will generally stay at the bottom of the pan, or to get a bit too big a bit, but it'll normally stay at the bottom of the mixing bowl. So if you get a little tiny bit, it doesn't matter. Basic ingredients, just to give it a bit of seasoning, is a pinch of salt, and I like to use pepper. This is one of the secret ingredients which tastes fantastic. It's just a nice bit of pepper. Now this pan hopefully is getting nice and hot. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of butter, which I'm just going to cut that off the end, and we'll just pop that in the pan. Now, if the pan's hot enough, the butter should start sizzling up pretty much straight away. This is sort of getting there, this pan. And what I want to do with this butter is I want to basically get it to the point where it's quite hot, and I'll know that it's hot by the fact that it'll stop that sort of frothing and sizzling. So once it's kind of stopped that frothing and sizzling, and before it starts to go brown, we're going to add our egg mix. Now, to help the eggs a little bit, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of water, and we don't need to beat these too much, just enough to mix them through properly. And we're ready to go. Now, the cooking process, the cooking time, only takes about 30 seconds. So we just simply add our mixture to the pan. Now that should start to bubble up, as you can see, relatively quickly. And this bubbling and cooking looks quite delicious, I think. What we're going to do is, to make the omelette light and fluffy, I'm going to flip it. Now, to flip it, this is why you need the long handle. You just simply pull it towards you. And as you can see, with each turn, I'm just getting the omelette light and fluffy. And there you go. Got ourselves an omelette that's your omelette's ready to serve. And it's quite a simple procedure to put the omelette on the plate. It's nice to sort of just flip it over, and we'll just garnish it with a bit of parsley, and voila, a delicious omelette, easy to make, about 5 minutes in total for the cooking process. And let me just have a little taste. Beautiful, and it's carb free.